The Phoenix Suns are rolling right now in the NBA. Devin Booker and Chris Paul are possibly the best backcourt in the league. They're not only going to make the playoffs, but could very well have the best team in not only the Western Conference, but the entire NBA. And they are one game back from the Jazz currently as I'm recording this, from being the top team in the NBA. This is a miracle, honestly, that this has happened. And there is one man that I wanted to make a video about for months. I wrote this video back in August of 2020 and even approached it again in October. And now I'm finally getting around to it. This video is basically an appreciation video for Suns head coach Monty Williams. Phoenix Suns started off this season 8-8, and they have gone 30-7 since then, and are now 38-15 and are rolling through the NBA. Top 10 offense and a top 5 defense, and Monty Williams has just done an incredible job, and he really deserves his own appreciation video, what type of coach he is, and for the impact that he has had on the game of basketball. But before I get into Monty Williams, if you could hit that subscribe button, we are giving away a free shirt at the end of every week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel now, and at the end of this video I will get into the details and also announce the 3 winners of this week's shirt giveaway. Monty Williams is definitely one of the best coaches in the NBA and extremely underappreciated. This Suns franchise has just been mocked over the past couple of seasons because after Steve Nash and Amari Stoudemire left, this franchise has just been one of the worst in the NBA. Honestly, never bad enough to get a star player, but never good enough to really do anything, and they've just kind of been on the brink of being an up-and-coming team, but have never gotten through that. But when Monty Williams got this head coaching job, he has just done an incredible job building a program, which is a key word that he uses a lot. Now, if you didn't know, he was the head coach of the New Orleans Hornets and the New Orleans Pelicans from 2010 to 2015. And then after that, he worked with Billy Donovan and the Thunder as his associate head coach in the 2015-16 season. Now, tragedy happened to him in February of 2016 when his wife Ingrid tragically passed away. Now, Coach and his wife had 5 children together, and I really remember that moment when it happened, and just seeing how guys came out and supported Coach Williams during that. It was pretty admiring. I mean, a lot of guys love this man, and I think that's why he is such a good head coach for the Suns. He took some time away from coaching and then returned with Brett Brown in Philadelphia in 2018, where he coached both Ben Simmons and obviously Joel Embiid. And personally, I think this stop really helped him learn how to coach Deandre Ayton. And then in 2019, he became the Phoenix Suns head coach. Now, obviously, the Suns have been a franchise that can just never get over the hump. There's always been constant turmoil. So for Monty to come in there and to really stabilize things is honestly a miracle. And the thing that he has brought up the most is how he has instilled a program, which has been important for their new culture change. And I was watching Colin Cowherd back a couple of months ago, and I saved this clip because I wanted you guys to hear what he had to say about their culture shift. And this was before the season even happened.
We have a bit of a blueprint for how we want to play. Our guys bought in from day one in Flagstaff at our first training camp, the high level of intensity that we had to play with to be successful. One of our coaches, Darko Rajkovic, and he made a remark to the staff that the teams that were in shape and playing with a high level of force and intensity from the start were having the most success. That fit with our DNA. And so we just, we didn't fall into it. It's just how we have to play. And we have talented guys for sure, but they're young. A number of our guys stepped up and grew on the fly. So that's the only way we can play. That's the only way I want to play. I don't think you should be rewarded for playing hard. I think that should be a given. And it's not something I take for granted. We just have a team that competes every time we touch the floor.
For a franchise that has had constant coaching changes, a lack of direction at all, front office moves, no player development. I mean, really, Monty to come in there, he's cleared things up, he's got this team rolling, just deserves a lot of credit for what he has done. I'm now going to play you another clip from Monty Williams back when the Suns were in the bubble and after going 8-0, and I just really love this speech. It definitely goes to show the culture change was set after they were done playing, and obviously it's transitioned into this year.
We're not the Suns of old. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. And it's hard to play the way you play every single night and not get the respect that you deserve. Guess what? You got it. Okay? I don't care what happens. You gain the respect of the league. Okay? Now we got to build on it. We may get to build on it this weekend, or it may happen in the summer. We don't control it. Okay? We got to get to the point where we control it. Understand that?
Now, Monty Williams has done a great job working with general manager James Jones, who I knew for his playing days, and he's done a great job as GM. Monty and him have calmed this team down, and they've lifted everybody's spirits with their new culture and their program. Now, this team kind of started rolling because last year in the NBA bubble, they were the only undefeated team. They went 8-0 despite not making the playoffs. That really proved a lot for so many people. Obviously, Monty Williams won coach of the bubble. Devin Booker played his tail off, and I know there was constant speculation about Devin Booker possibly wanting to get out of Phoenix, maybe going to like New York, something like that, getting himself in a better situation. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I think that Devin Booker is the leader of this team for obvious reasons. He's been there the longest, and he has really matured so much in his time there. The team bought in during training camp. They've showed intensity. Everybody was in shape. This team is here to stay. Now, I want to talk about some of their players because Chris Paul, getting him from the Thunder, I mean, that move was just enormous. The Thunder were the best story of last year because of Chris Paul. Now he is in Phoenix and truly is one of the best point guards in NBA history. And as an older guy in the league, that people thought that he wouldn't want to play in Oklahoma City or even really Phoenix, and thought that maybe he would want to be on like a team with, you know, his friends like LeBron or even other huge stars in the NBA that are older. Obviously, Chris Paul is playing again for his former coach in Monty Williams, who he played for in New Orleans. Chris Paul has done great at being a leader for a team, really helping his young guys out that he's surrounded with. And some of those young guys include Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges, who are two outstanding guys that the Suns actually drafted and have played well. Cam Johnson has been good, and Mikal Bridges, I mean, what a great defender he is. And even getting a nice role player like Jay Crowder on this team has been great. I mean, this team has had a bad history in drafting. I mean, yes, the Suns got a steal in Devin Booker in 2015, but, you know, they failed drafting Dragan Bender over Jamal Murray, you know, not drafting Luka, you know, Marquise Chris was a bust, Josh Jackson was a huge bust, the Eric Bledsoe trade, you know, TJ Warren lost, like losing him, that hurt, especially for how well he played after that. But really the gem of this team and the guy that can really lead them in the future if he takes over is Deandre Ayton. Now, people rip them apart for not taking Luka, which I get. Luka is a top 5 player in the league, arguably. That was a massive mistake and really was an L because his former coach was there, and they decided to go with Deandre Ayton, who is still a really good big. And it's not like the center position in the NBA is dead. I mean, the 2 MVP candidates right now are Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic. So like, you can still be a great center and lead your team. So I'm tired of hearing people talk about they should have taken Luka. I mean, another thing, DeAndre Ayton, I think, is 8-1 against the Mavericks and Luka. So like, what's it matter? And DeAndre really has a lot of potential. It does take a while for a center to grow into the best player on a team. It's going to take him some time to really be the leader going forward, maybe with Chris Paul even gone at some point. But I do think that if he's aggressive, you know, Joel Embiid is a talker, and, you know, he's got a little bit of swagger to his game, which I think helps him be one of the best players in the NBA. DeAndre Ayton can kind of develop something like that because he's pretty quiet. If he can just be an aggressor, I think that he could really elevate his game to that superstar status that I think he's very capable of. You know, something that really sticks out about the Suns, though, is they've really built one of the NBA's best offenses around 2 players who are prolific and very efficient in a very inefficient area in the NBA and really basketball in general. They're taking advantage of the mid-range jumper. You know, I've seen it with college basketball. I've watched a lot of that recently, and I've seen teams really kind of taking advantage of mid-range shots to advance in March Madness. It's something that people just aren't defending as well, and it's just shots that are getting high quality looks, and the probability of it going in is a lot greater than super long 3-point shots. Phoenix shoots a league best 49% from mid-range, obviously thanks to Devin Booker and Chris Paul, who shoot 51% and Paul shoots 53%. So it's pretty cool seeing them take advantage of a shot like that, and that really just goes to show what type of coaching they're getting. The Suns, in my opinion, would not have been a team that would do that. I mean, I remember back in the past, they were a team that was counting high fives to evaluate this team's camaraderie.
Head coach Earl Watson has a new idea for making sure his team's chemistry is on point, tracking high fives.
So to do something more impactful on the court, like getting better looks, just goes to show head coaching experience of Monty Williams. And I really wanted to make that a point. This isn't a team that's looking for high fives anymore, getting the most high fives. This is a team that is evaluating where they can get the best high quality look, and to lead the league in mid-range shots really goes to show what type of impact Monty Williams is having on this team. Now, experience for this Phoenix Suns team does not matter to me. They have the best leader in the NBA, possibly in Chris Paul, and I think their talent will lead them. They're very fundamentally sound and have the best story from this season, in my opinion. Not a deep team, but I do trust their continuity, which I think is very important in basketball. So let me know what you guys think about the Phoenix Suns and Monty Williams. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say because I haven't really seen the national national media talk about them too much, and when they do, they just say they are inexperienced, which I don't think will be a huge issue for them. I think this is a very fundamentally sound team, like I said, with great leadership. They honestly play some pretty fun basketball. But before the video ends, again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I will be giving away a free shirt of your team to one subscriber at the end of every week. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications on, and most importantly, comment down below. The winner will be randomly selected, and the best way to increase your chances of winning is to comment on more videos since it's completely random, and hit the notification bell for more uploads. Congrats to Spirited Yee, OC54, and Ryan Duffy on winning this week's shirt giveaway. Again, I apologize for the delay on the last one, so congratulations to all three of you, and make sure you three message me on Twitter, give me your contact information so I can get you the shirt of your choice. Stay tuned for next week's giveaway. You can follow me on Twitter for live updates on everything happening in the sports world. The Phoenix Suns are really one of the best stories thanks to Monty Williams and their leadership from Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Deandre Ayton. They're a fun team to watch, and I really hope they advance far in the playoffs. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.